Hello, everybody, and welcome back to. Okay, yeah, that's a great way to start off the part. Anyways, welcome back to Ico by me, Wingcap. Uh, but anyways, yeah, this is actually my second time recording this, because my first recording, and I failed. Anyways, my first recording, for whatever reason, just glitched the heck up in the capture software for Elgato. I have no idea what happened, but yeah, I pretty much lost my commentary, lost the video file, pretty much for the most part. So yeah, freaking! Why can't I jump over simple gaps? But yeah, and it was especially bad because while I was recording, I actually saved over the file that I ended the last part off in, and I had to replay the entire beginning, just like all over again. So, yeah. Lesson learned, keep stuff in different files. And also use Audacity to record your commentary because apparently he Elgato is all about the audio screw ups, even though it's pretty decent with the video. Come on, come on, get over here. But anyways, yeah. But that's okay because the commentary I made was kind of crap anyway. It was just me ranting about Sonic 06 and how, like, even though I've never played it, I'm very opinionated on how terrible it is just based on stuff that I've heard. Really, really, I've just not heard good things about that game, and I have no desire to play it at all. But yeah, it kind of got off hand. What was funny though was that I started talking about it in the first place when pointing out just how little the girl does. But yeah, and it's not like I could have just skipped over that stuff. I gotta put on a good show for you guys. So yeah, had to redo the entire freaking thing. And lesson learned: keep stuff on multiple save files. That's why they have them in games nowadays, it seems. I'm just lucky this isn't Pokemon where, like, they only give you one file and that's it. Seriously, why do they still keep one file on that game? It could be played through so many times. Plus, you wouldn't have the issue of people having to store their entire collections on stuff like Pokemon Bank as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Pokemon would work with multiple save files? I think it would work with multiple save files. That would be awesome. But yeah, anyways, getting back to the game, we are trying to get across here. Excuse me, I just burped. I don't know why I did that. Probably that soda I had. But yeah. And yeah, I'm still referring to this girl as, a girl because as just, the girl because, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys in the story, and technically speaking, saying her name is jumping ahead a bit in the story. But don't worry though, we're not too far from that point. In fact, I was able to get that point in my first recording of this part. I'm just hopeful. I'm just hoping at this point that Audacity will work as a substitute sound recorder because, yeah, Elgato's actual commentary recording seems to be hit and miss so far for me. like, the video capturing's been mostly great. It's just that commentary. It's just, like, the commentary is the part that usually screws up. Like, sometimes it won't record the whole thing, or any of it. Come on! Look at... Okay, how about here? Okay, I was just off a bit. Apparently didn't want to jump across the corner, which is arguably closer. But whatever. And once again, we save on the save couch. Come on! It's adorable. And random to have a couch in a fantasy sort of setting. That kind of look... I don't know how you would describe this kind of setting, because it's got hints of magic and medieval stuff, but it's also got hints of technology, and the characters are kind of dressed weirdly, like something hanging out of the Middle East or something, or like Asian countries. I don't know what you would call that whole tarp over tunic. Or at least I think that's what you could call it. Either a tarp or... I mean, not tarp. Tarp or like a sash or something. It's kind of a weird piece of clothing. Oh yeah, that's right, the ladder's out. We gotta climb up the windowsills here. It's just kind of weird. But then again, that just goes back to what I said before. Team Ico just has, like, this weird thing about creating an entire world for, like, the simplest story. Like, you could just have Ico be, like, a young boy from medieval England or something. It would kind of be the same thing, just with slightly different, like, looks to all this stuff in the lore and whatnot. Ugh. I'm not even sure what the exact, like, lore to the canon is. I just know that I think I heard somewhere that Shadow of the Colossus takes place first, and then Ico happens, like, many years later. Which makes sense if you've ever played Shadow of the Colossus before. Probably gonna play that in the coming days, but first I have to finish this part of this game disc. Pretty much I gotta finish this game first. I gotta say though, this is actually pretty good looking for the PS2. Then again, PS2 games in my experience look generally good. I was one of those guys that grew up that got most of his earliest experiences with video games during the GameCube, Game Boy Advance era, which means that the PlayStation and original Xbox were around. And at the time, a lot of games back then were kind of flying under the radar, pretty much because, you know, it was an experimental time for Nintendo. Oh, it was, I guess you could say, like, one of their launch titles was Luigi's Mansion, a not platformer and a game set in the Mario universe that didn't star Mario. You had Legend of Zelda taking on more cel-shaded appearance in Wind Waker. You had Metroid going the FPS route for the home consoles, for its, you know, foray into 3D. Plus, Metroid was becoming a bit more, like, user-friendly, I guess you could say. Technically speaking, pretty much it was a day when the two Game Boy Advance Metroids were pretty much like like actually giving directions with how to carry on and with the normal course of like getting power-ups, which some people were kind of had a love-hate relationship with. And she insta-kills us. Yeah. She, I mean, insta-kills all them. Sorry. I also like how I completely skipped over the fact that more Shao guys showed up and we quickly ran to the door. It was like what I was focusing on last attempt at recording. Now I'm like getting all wrapped up in talking about how about like Game Boy Advance stuff and how experimental Nintendo was. But yeah, pretty much. Long story short, so I can get back to commenting on the game. That era was kind of just experimental for Nintendo. Oh, because they were just making games that people really didn't expect from them. And people were like, "This is dumb. Give us grown-up games, Nintendo. Like shooters and blood." And it's like, dude, do you even know Nintendo? You don't go to Nintendo for the gritty stuff. That's what Sony's for. As if our escape could be that easy. And now we gotta deal with this. I wouldn't say we were aimlessly leading her around. I am not going to just waste my time, because it isn't wasting time. Oh boy, here we go! It's one of those parents. She's one of those parents. It's like, you come from different social classes. You shouldn't love him. Or her. Actually, that's not where the story goes at all. But yeah, now we have a name for her. Yorda. And now, thankfully, I can say her actual name. Seriously, it was kind of hard for me to not say her name. Because usually when I play this game all by myself, I like to say her name quite often. And another save couch. It's like one of those 2-cushion couches. I remember growing up, though, we usually called that the love seat. At first, I didn't get it. I presume it's because it's built for 2 people, so a couple can sit there. Me, though, it was just the smaller of the 2 couches that I liked to lay on when I was younger. And now my family has no couches. Because I hogged them all. So, yeah. I'm sorry, but couches, they're just awesome for laying down on. They're that comfortable. Or they can be that comfortable. Anyway. If my bedroom was bigger, I'd have one myself so that I wouldn't have to, like, constantly play video games on my bed. Not that my bed's not comfortable, though. I have a memory foam head. Take that at poor people. I'm just kidding. Really, my mattress is expensive and I've had it a while, and even when I got it, my parents bought it for me. because I am unemployed as crap. That's why I gotta do YouTube. For people that are like just sitting, for people that go to work every day, just to earn a paycheck, so that they can live day to day and stuff. Let me tell you that just doing nothing isn't exactly a walk in the park either. Do you have an... Because, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand what I am saying to you? There's such a thing as too much free time. I have no in real life friends. I don't have school to go to. I don't have a job. And you know, I just sit around all day. And I have gotten bored. I have gotten bored to the point where now I am seeking a job. I am seeking school. I am seeking a social life. Because I am just that bored. So yeah, basically, hey, for all of those of you that might wish that you have nothing to do, I am here to say it is not all that it's cracked up to be. You get super bored. And it's crippling boredom that's driven me utterly insane. At least partially, I think. I don't know if I'm insane. I could be insane. I just hope that I come off as more delightfully insane, rather than criminally insane, or something like that. I don't know what you would call it. But yeah, another save couch. Yorda! Come on, Yorda! Yorda. Aiko and Yorda. Yorda and Aiko. Weird names. But they're really fantasy names. Why is it that fantasy names, it's like, they're unique names that you have to have a special skill to really, like, come up with? It's hard to come up with, fancy-sounding names. I tried it once, and I came up with a few names that just that didn't really sound like names. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it can't be that bad. I came up with the name, a name that I came up with. No joke. Zoa. Z-O-A. That's a name that I tried coming up with when I tried once thinking up a bunch of fantasy names. As for... And I accidentally ended up coming up with the name Alec. But found out that that was a real name. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll change it to Alec. And I'm like... I think that's also a real name. And then I came up accidentally with the name Zan, which turns out is a real name. This was all for, like, an idea I once had for an RPG game idea. But then looking back, the idea was really, like, plain. The combat I came up with was rather plain. the story I came up with was rather plain and generic, and I can't... Basically, I've gotten better in thinking up ideas for good video games. Which kind of sucks, because at the time I'm like, this is my best idea for a video game ever, and I'm totally gonna make it real one day. And yeah. Even worse, you wanna know how generic the idea was? The name for it was going to be The Incredible Adventure. I remember thinking how epic that was in, like, high school or middle school, and now I look back and I'm like, gosh, that is such a generic name. I've done better in the past. I've done better. And, yeah, basically saving here to check how my playtime has gone. And it looks like this video has gone on for quite a bit. So, yeah, until next time, leave your comments and thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. And also check out my other videos and keep an eye out for future videos. Follow my social media, links are on my channel and stuff. And until next time, and suggest ways I can improve myself. I almost forgot. Until next time, stay cappy, my friends. Stay cappy.